Hi, this is Linda with the Life Station Express, the relay station. We bring the news to you. When I got up this morning, it's a Monday, and it was raining, and it was cloudy, and it was cold, and I was really I won't say I was in a negative mood, but I was in a bit of a blue mood, like a crappy mood. And I realized that I'm the kind of person, and I've realized this a long time ago, that if I don't get enough sunshine, and it could be vitamin D, I don't know what it is, but if I don't get enough sunshine and light, my mood will just kind of go, just kind of goes down, and I'm generally pretty much an up person. I see the glass half full pretty much all the time. But this morning I got up and I was like, oh, it's cold. And I heard it's going to even have some snow mixed in with that rain. I was like, I'm done with that. I'm so done with that. So I piddled around here at home, got some coffee later, got some breakfast, and actually, had a hamburger for breakfast today, and just was kind of like getting things done. But I don't have any appointments or I don't have any sessions with any clients today, and so maybe that was part of it, that I didn't have to be somewhere or have to be in a place where I need to be my best to talk with someone or to have something going on. And I think sometimes we do that when we're, you know, not required to behave in a certain way. And I'm just here and it's just me right here downstairs. And um, I was just like that this morning. And I don't like to be like that. And I recognize right away when I am like that. I recognize that I don't like to feel like this. And I know that it can be circumstantial. I know it can be, we're coming out of winter, and that's a known thing. People get the blues this time of year if it's not, you know, sunny or warm or whatever. And I see lots of my friends have headed off to the beach or they've headed off to vacation, and here I sit, and I'm just kind of like feeling like, wow. And I don't say it. I don't put it in words. It's not going through my head. I don't go there. I just recognize it and I'm able to say, "Hey, you know what? Things are good. Life is good. You're upright. You're walking and talking. You live in America. You own a car. You can get in that car and go whenever you want. You have good food. Count your blessings." I always am able to get myself to that place. So I can't really honestly say that I get in a depression or I have the blues like maybe some people do. And I know it's definitely a thing for some people. And it's not like that, but I do recognize it because it's not the way I generally am. I'm generally looking, on the bright side. That kind of, I just have that kind of personality. So this morning it it wasn't there. It just wasn't there. So I kind of gave myself a little talk, talk to myself and say, this is not how you're supposed to be. I can recognize that I'm feeling that way, and that's perfectly fine to feel that way. Your feelings are your feelings. And if we want to be biblical about it, um, God gave us our feelings. It's what we do with them that is important. We are to recognize our feelings. We are to see where we are. We are to notice that not only in ourselves, but in other people as well. We have feelings and they're there. We can't deny it. But then I started thinking, wow, there's some things that I do have to be thankful for. And I kind of get myself out of that place. And then Richard's home. He's off work for a while. He's on short-term disability because he had a procedure done in his leg. He's had, I guess he wouldn't mind saying, he had to have a stent put in his artery so that he could have better blood flow to his foot, which is having an issue. So anyway, he's off work, so he's here, and he needed to pick up a prescription. And while he's feels better not driving and using that foot, we got in the car and we drove to the drugstore, picked up a prescription that he's taking now, and it felt good to get out, just get in the car and get out, although it's, a 2-mile drive. We're so close to CVS. And I don't know, I just thought I should just get myself together and make a video and hopefully just talk about some things, have I don't know what you call it, just a Linda discussion day. I don't know, let's just talk about things. And I would really welcome comments. I would welcome your thoughts about anything I'm going to say. This is certainly not scripted, apparently. And I just thought it's been a while since I made a video. Girl, do that. Get yourself together and do that. So Richard's upstairs and I'm downstairs, and I thought I'm just going to talk about a couple things. And one of the things that has given me joy, and I count my blessings, is I was able to purchase from one of my friends on Facebook 2 prints that I've been wanting, a couple of her prints forever. She's a mid-century modern artist, and I just love that time period. I love the artwork, and she has this beautiful, in my opinion, this beautiful artwork, and I finally was able to order 2 of her prints. So I want to show you those just because they made me happy. And I got these in the mail the other day, and you know what? The mail person, she packaged them so nicely in a cardboard envelope that had photos written across it in big black letters. They still bent it halfway, pushed it in the mailbox. I don't know why. We have a mail delivery, one of those big plastic bin boxes by our door, but they didn't bring it down there. They shoved it in the mailbox. So the corner got a tad bit bent, but I think it'll be fine. Now, I'll show them to you because I just think they're so cool. She does cats, she does dogs, and I think I'm going to stair step them. I have a big white space of white wall here, and I'm going to stair step them. The light's reflecting a little bit, but aren't they the best? I mean, I just think they're gorgeous. I love the colors. Of course, turquoise is in there. That's my favorite color, but aren't they the coolest? They are just the coolest. So I finally was able to get them, and they're reasonably priced, and I'll put her name in the description so that if you want to look at some of her artwork, you can do that. And she has tons of things to look at. She has an Etsy page and she has a Facebook page, and her name is Donna Mibus. And as an extra goodie, what she sent me, along with those prints, was a set of her decals. And she also has decals that are of that mid-century modern flair. And I love them. And she sent me this one. I put it on my cup. Is that not gorgeous? That is so cute. I could look at that all day. I just think it's just amazing. I love it. I just love it. So anyway, that is a spark of happy in my day. And it doesn't take much to put a smile on my face. So while I recognized this morning, I was kind of just kind of blah, just kind of, it's Monday, when we're, why is it raining? I can't go outside. I want to go up to the campground. People are setting their campers up now, and we just haven't been able to do that. Hopefully this week we'll maybe get some things together to do that. But I have to, as we all do, choose to count my blessings. Shouldn't we all? I mean, hello. I think that's a proper thing to do. Get ourselves up out of that place where we may find ourselves, even though that's a feeling. We have those feelings. Let's just get up and move. So anyway, I'm feeling better now, and I think it's a good day. I think it's a good day, and I hope you're having a good day. I want to show you one reason I was a little frustrated. I was able, and this means a lot to me. I don't know if it means a lot to you, but I was able to purchase a swing that I want to set up in our space at the campground, because we do have a couple of spaces in our spot that are grassy. We have some gravel space and we have some grassy spaces. So I wanted to set up a 3-person swing, the kind that has like the cushiony pillows and you can lay it down this way and make it like a day bed if you want. I had one a long time ago and that one got messed up. And I've always wanted one to put up there at the campground. So I was finally able to order one. Got it from Walmart. It came on time. The delivery person brought it and laid it in by the house where I asked him to sit it up against the house. It's a big box. I mean, he put it up on his shoulder, but it was a big box. And he said, "Oh, I don't know what happened to that. I didn't do it." And I looked and the box had 3 places where it had been gouged. The seams had the tape had come off. And I thought, oh my gosh, I finally am able to get something nice. And it comes like this. So I was stewing about that, worrying about that. Can I have something nice? The one time I get something nice, it comes messed up. So I thought, well, today I knew it was going to rain later this morning. So I thought, it's sitting outside. I don't want it to get wet. Still in the box. I hope it's not bent up. I hope it's not ripped. I didn't know. So I took it out of the box. I took the box and tore it apart and broke it down and put it up in the dumpster that we have at the end of our driveway here. And I brought everything inside this teeny house. I will show you. Let's see if I can flip this. And there it is in all its glory. All the pieces are just sitting there, except the, it comes with a, what do you call it? It's like a roof canopy that goes over the top of it. And that's sitting up at the top of the steps, upright. So that has to be put together yet. It seems to be okay. There are 2 thinner metal rods that run across it, and they are bent a little bit. I'm hoping it doesn't make a difference or we can bend it back. So that's a project for when we get up to the campground. But you know what? I'm happy to have it. Sorry, there we go. I'm happy to have it. I'm just happy to have it. So here it sits in the living room. And let me sit. Sorry. I never feel like you can see enough of me, but then you don't need to. Okay. I just wanted to share a little bit too about how we learn and how we grow. We are human beings that live and learn, don't we? We live and learn. We live, we go through an experience, we have people that speak into our lives, we learn something, we go through an experience, and hopefully we glean something from whatever experience it is. It can be even a bad experience, but you can learn something from it. I just wanted to read one scripture that kind of goes along with that. So this is from, and it's familiar. This is from Proverbs 3. No, it's not. No, I'm sorry. Made a mistake. I always think it's in Proverbs 3, and it's in Proverbs 4. And it starts with verse number 5. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. So that's information that Solomon's dad gave him about wisdom, getting wisdom. And I think part of what I wanted to share today was when we are starting out in life, even as a child, we don't have a lot of wisdom. we don't have a lot of experience. We don't have, might not even have common sense, although some people have more than others. But getting wisdom is different than just learning a lesson. It's learning the lesson and then remembering the lesson and remembering what you learned from the lesson and then taking that into practice, excuse me, with the rest of what you're going to be doing the rest of your days. So I think when we understand and learn that getting wisdom, it's not always book knowledge. It's not always, intellect. It's taking our whole being and learning something and then applying what we've learned to life. So wisdom teaches us that when we see something right off the bat, maybe, just maybe, it's not what we're seeing clearly or exactly, but we can figure it out and we can gather more information and figure things out. And I feel like at this point in my life, I'm figuring a lot of things out that maybe I didn't have figured out before. And some of those things are the two things that I talk about on this channel is the Lord and my spiritual walk, my faith, and my health and my physical, the physical being that we have been given by God to house our spirit and our soul is this body. And what are we doing with it and how are we taking care of it? And part of the wisdom that I feel like I now have, and I'm constantly learning all the time, learning more because I'm listening and I'm reading and trying to figure things out, is how to take care of my body. And part of that has been, as most of you know that have listened to me, is I've started a low carb lifestyle. Some people call it keto. I mean, you can put the numbers to it. If it's keto, it's 20 carbs or less a day. Low carb is having them a little higher. I did find out that while the first year I was on keto, and it'll be it's about a year and a half, not quite a year and a half, that I was not getting the proper calories. When you do keto, you really don't have to count calories. It's not calories in, calories out exercise. That does not help people lose weight. I mean, they've tried it for years and years and years, and it's not how you lose weight. It's cutting the sugar, the bread, the rice, the pasta, the seed oils out of your diet. Then your body can use its own energy, its own fat for fuel. You don't need the carbohydrates for fuel. You don't need the sugar for fuel. So, and the reason, again, I'll really quick say I'm doing that is because I'm fat on the inside, thin on the outside. And I also think there's another term that I was listening to the doctor talk about. He called it I'll have to think about it a minute. I can't remember it right now. Darn it. I had it in my head just a while ago, but it's the kind of person that part of it says hyper responder, but it has to do with how your body takes in the carbohydrates and the nutrients and everything and how it uses them. And why would a person, any person, why would their body react to something in a different way than somebody else's body would react to it? So my body reacts to carbohydrates and in a way that I didn't know before. So here's the wisdom part. As I was growing up, our parents in those decades did not understand or didn't even know that we shouldn't be eating foods fried in Crisco or fried in Wesson oil or margarine. Use margarine. Those things are definitely poisons, and we know that now. So those are the things that contribute to later stages in life having some problems. And the problem that I had was the fat, I guess I'll use that word, collected in my carotid arteries. My right carotid artery is totally occluded, and I did have a small stroke 2.5 years ago. That was my wake-up call, and that was when I was like, okay, what can I do to stop that from collecting in my arteries? Now, Richard's diabetic. He's got the same thing, plaque collected in his heart. He had a heart attack in January and had to get 3 stents put in his heart. And, praise God, they were able to do that. And he went back to work, after that. Now he had to have 1 stent put in his artery in his leg. Now, why does his body respond that way? My body responds another way. Other people have the extra weight collects on the outside of their body. Mine, it collects on the inside. Richard, it collects on the inside. So all of us, no matter what we look like on the outside, we have some improving to do in our bodies. And wisdom that I just read about tells us that while they're discovering these things now, that I don't know, there was a progression that you can see where people discovered things like gluten. And a lot of people can't stomach gluten. Some people can't stomach anything with histamines in it. And other people, everybody has something, I think, because we are eating the standard American diet, which is SAD, which makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? SAD. The standard American diet is SAD. And a lot of times your doctor will prescribe the standard American diet for you. They'll say low fat and high carb, which is the opposite of what the discoveries are now. I just wanted to share too that this weekend was the keto conference was in Salt Lake, and it was put on by Keto Chow, which is Chris and Miriam Bear. That's their company, and they have the complete meal replacement shakes that have everything you need, including the electrolytes and the protein and everything you need. So, oh my gosh, those shakes are so good if you try them. I just ordered grape and peanut butter. The pina colada is delicious. The raspberry is delicious. The chocolate's delicious. They're really, really good. And they have a whole bunch of flavors. And if you make them correctly, a shake will take care of your nutritional needs for a meal. So anyway, they Keto Chow put on this conference in Salt Lake. That's where they live. And they put it on for free. If you can't get to it, it was on YouTube all weekend. So all day Saturday, I watched it, and it was amazing. The people that were on there were amazing, very caring for one another, just very caring. It ended, of course, the last speaker was Dr. Barry, because he's very popular. He's got a lot of followers, YouTube, and he's a family physician that I've posted his videos a lot on my Food, Faith, and Friends page on Facebook. But anyway, just the information that is coming out from the keto community is so good. It is so good. So if you want to look anything up, look up Dr. Ken Berry, look up Keto Chow, look up Two Crazy Ketos, and I'll try to put these links. Well, I might not get a link. I'll get their name in the description. I'm not real good about linking things yet. I need to learn how to do that. But I just wanted to share that this weekend was just a step up in that community, a step up and I've been to many conferences. I've been to Christian conferences that people weren't that nice as they were at this keto conference. It was amazing. Just wanted to share that. And you can go on YouTube and look for the conference. It's called Keto Salt Lake. And it was it was just amazing. But anyway, I just wanted to share that, this started out to be a kind of a crappy day. And it's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to have a crappy day. It's okay to have things happen, like your husband having a heart attack, and you feel bad about that. You can cry about that. You can have you can mourn the things that aren't right in your life and the things that happen to you. Perfectly okay to do that. We all have those things that that happened to us. I will tell you too that I'm continuing to study the book that I picked up and I talked about last time, Timothy Alberino's book called Birthright, continuing to learn through that book. And I'm still on the first chapter because it's very meaty, and I sit with the dictionary next to me because he writes on a I don't know if it's a collegiate level, but I've had to look up several words that he uses in his book. I just wanted to share that, and I'll probably make a video about that at some point too. Things are going on. Things are going on in this world, and they're not looking really well. But when you have faith and you know who is in charge and who is sovereign and who is definitely in the know about what's going on in this world, you can have security and you can have peace. And I'll just end with this. This morning, it was Monday, I had a good weekend at home with the conference. I feel like I was there. But then this morning was Monday morning, and I'm not getting a lot done that I wanted to have done. I have a lot of appointments. I had dental surgery a couple weeks ago. Well, several weeks ago, about 6 weeks now. That's finally healed. I've got a couple more things to happen. I need a crown. I had my teeth cleaned the other day because it had been a while. And just some things. Richard's going to the dentist tomorrow. He's got a few more appointments. He's got another procedure. Then I will have blood work. Then I will have my carotid artery test in a month or so. Then I will see the vascular surgeon. We each have our own vascular surgeons now. Oh boy. We've traveled a little bit, getting these doctor's appointments finished and doing things. It's not the schedule we would like to have. He's off work. And things can get a little gloomy, I guess I would say. They can get a little frustrating. You can have some disappointments. But when I started this day out, and I realized, I think it was when we were getting ready to go to the store, to the drugstore. Then I had to go in Walmart and pick up some things, and oh my goodness, Walmart, the Walmart here, the sites at Walmart. I won't even go there. Anyway, I had to go to Walmart after CVS, and I realized, I don't know if it was before I went or when I came back, the date. I realized what date this was, and I thought, it's April 18th. It's April 18th. That's the day that I stepped into the kingdom. 38, I think, years ago. Watching TV, praying with Pat Robertson, believe it or not, on the 700 Club. I'm part of that small minority that actually gets saved watching a televangelist or a Christian show on TV. I was flipping through the channels. That's a whole little story. I never watched that show. I was getting ready to flip it because I wasn't going to watch that religious junk. Although I was a church person. I've been in church my whole life. I loved the Lord. I knew who he was. I knew all the Bible stories. I loved the singing. I loved being in the choir, all that. I loved going to church. However, that day, I couldn't change the channel. And when he said the invitation to invite Jesus, not just to invite him into your heart, that's Christianese, but I got it. I understood that I needed to make myself my own decision to say yes to Jesus and the work of the cross. Because without saying yes to the work of the cross, I would not be with him in eternity. And it was a light bulb. It was a light bulb moment because I was not taught that in church. But I did have a dear friend praying for me, and she knew that. She didn't have to preach to me. I don't have to preach to you. Holy Spirit will come to you and he will show you. That's what happened that night. And I said yes. And I prayed the prayer, and nothing's been the same. I've been through crap. I've behaved badly. I've made wrong decisions. I've made good decisions. I've been able to preach. I've been able to teach the word. I've been able to share my faith. I still live on this world that is fallen, but I have a Savior, and I am redeemed. I will be in heaven when He calls me. I will be there. I will be in eternity with Him. I'm so excited to find out what that's about. But when I realized today was April 18th, and I got saved, and that's I guess the Christian way of saying it, I made my decision and accepted His invitation. April 18th, 1984, 9:30 at night, watching Pat Robertson on the 700 Club. I'm one of those. Nothing was the same. Nothing was the same. Everything changed. My heart changed. My mind changed. The process began then. I am still being sanctified, and that's a Christianese word, just kind of like you're learning to walk more and more with Him. You're learning more and more through Him and with Him. You know what? I'll turn this light out. It doesn't really help. Okay. I was never the same after that. Might be better without it. I don't know. I would invite you to talk to Him. I would invite you to read your Bible. If you don't have one, I would invite you to go buy one. They're not that expensive. No expensive than any other book. They have you can even get one at the dollar store, honestly. I got my Bible about I got one in 84, and then I got a study Bible in about 85, maybe 86, and it's the one I still have, and I've talked about, keeping it in a cover, or it would have been really messed up by now. I've just always kept it in the cover. So this is Linda with the Life Station Express, the relay station. We bring the news to you. That's the news for today. I would love someone to communicate with me, share your testimony, share your thoughts, share your dreams. If anything I've said resonated with you, if you're just a plain old person like me, going through life, trying to make it, trying to help others, trying to do your best, trying not to be grouchy when you feel like it, because people are watching, It's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to sit in that for a minute. It's okay to sit in that for a minute. But you don't want to stay there. I heard one time a pastor talking about the 23rd Psalm, the part where it talks about, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Now, being grouchy and depressed like I was is not the shadow of death. Some people have had to walk through that. But I remember this pastor saying, walk through it. Walk through it. He's with you. Do not pitch your tent there. You walk through it, because there is the other side that you come out on. The other side for me today was, hey, I realized I'm okay. I have a friend who sent me beautiful pictures that I'm going to put on my wall. Should I put black frames? Turquoise, red, green? What color frame? Please let me know if you have an opinion about the frame for these pictures. I just love them. I just love them. But if we don't sit in it too long, we step out of the gloom, because we can. Pray about it. Jesus will help you step out of that. Read your Bible. Learn about Him. Right now I'm in the middle of watching season 2 of The Chosen. That's a great series if you haven't seen it. And I think that's all I will say today. I'm going to work on getting some of this stuff over here. I've got a whole bunch of stuff here that's ready to go to the campground whenever we get up there. And I've got to organize a little bit. I don't have a whole lot of room here to move around. But I think I'm going to work on that for a little bit when I'm done here. And it's all going to be good. Richard's going to recuperate. We're going to be at the campground. We're going to be here. The sun's going to come out again. It will be warmer soon. And I can stop wearing shoes and socks and put my flip-flops back on. Stop wearing long sleeves. Put a short sleeve shirt on. I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, let's do what we can to keep ourselves in a place that is a little more godly, a little more friendly, a little more approachable. Approachable. Are we approachable? Am I approachable? This morning I probably wasn't very approachable. And I like I like to be the person that someone can come to and say, hey, can I talk to you about this? Or can I share this with you? And I got a little bit of that when I was watching the video from the kind of wrap up video from the conference that I watched this weekend. It was so friendly and it was so warming. It was so inviting. The couple that did the conference was doing the video or their live stream from their kitchen. And then Joe and Rachel, the other couple that emceed and stayed with them for the whole weekend and are still there, just walked through their kitchen, sat down behind them and started talking like it's a family. It was wonderful. So that helped me too. If you can find something that you know will brighten your day and allow someone else's joy to spill over on you, because that is the way to go. You know, if you're sitting in your own crap, you're sitting in your own sorrow, how are you going to get out of that? Open this book up and read Psalms, or open up, you know, a video that's funny or happy or something you can learn from, you know. Allow yourself to change yourself. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to us. So I guess that's it. This is Linda with the Life Station Express, the relay station. We bring the news to you. That's the news out for today. I hope it helped. I hope it brightened you up a little bit. As I look outside, it's still rainy. Looking out my window, still cloudy, but that's okay. Tomorrow the sun's going to come out, or the next day, and we're going to be changed and we're going to be different. And the main thing is, let's step into the kingdom. Let's step into the kingdom and let Jesus take us where he wants us to go. Let him change us into who he wants us to be. Let us grow in our wisdom. We aren't always there. We have not arrived. None of us. Hear that? None of us have arrived. I haven't, and you haven't. But there are people that will help us, and we can help each other. Okay? I thank you for listening. Take care and have a good day. And I just thank you. I'm going to say more. I'm going to stop. Okay. Thank you.